tonight's lesson is on perimeter. Okay, so tonight we're looking at perimeter of shapes. Okay, so perimeter of shapes. Now, how do I remember what the difference is between perimeter and area? Because, yeah, it's really easy to say in a lesson like this, or when you're in class, perimeter's on the outside and area's on the inside. I get that, okay? It's really easy to say that. It's easy to be like, I know that when I do a worksheet, all right? You do it all the time. I get it, all right? And you've been doing it since you're probably in primary school. But what happens when you write a test or exam, guys? I know what happens to me when I write a test or exam. Okay, I get super stressed. My brain goes into meltdown mode, and things which I think were super easy, all right, become like the most difficult question in the whole world. So something simple like knowing that perimeter is on the outside, okay, becomes super difficult for me. All right, so I had to work out a way for myself when I was at school to remember perimeters on the outside and areas on the inside. And the way that I did that was the following. Okay, I made this little character. Don't make fun of my drawings, everybody, please. I'm not the greatest artist. I can do maths, but I can't draw. So here we go. Okay, so my drawing is la 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 la. And also don't take biology. Yeah, I didn't take that at school. So this is my little drawing. His name is Peter. I don't even know if ants have tails. I don't think so. I'm going to rub it out. All right, so his name is Peter the ant. Okay, so this is Peter the ant, everybody. Welcome. This is my friend, Peter the ant. He is how I remember area and perimeter. Peter the ant. Thank you very much. Thank you for all of those welcoming Peter the ant. Peter the ant. All right. When I do perimeter and area, I think of Peter the ant. Peter the ant, Peter the ant, Peter the ant. Now, okay, why does Peter the ant help me? Well, if I'm thinking of perimeter, I think to myself, I've got a swimming pool. Okay, I've got the swimming pool, and the swimming pool is filled with water. All right, so there's my swimming pool. It's filled with water. Okay. In order for Peter the ant, all right, to get from one side of the swimming pool all the way to the other side of the swimming pool, he's got options. Okay, he's got options. All right. If Peter the ant, P perimeter, P perimeter, Peter the ant, P perimeter, P perimeter. If Peter the ant jumps into that pool, okay, if he gets inside the pool, Peter the ant, what will happen to Peter the ant? Please tell me what happens to ants when they go into water. What happens? You've all done it when you're a little kid. Don't pretend here. What happens if you put ants into water? Thank you. He will die. The ant will die. Hey? Okay, so if you put ants into water or ants into a giant swimming pool, they're going to die. All right. So what does Peter the ant need to do instead? Okay. Peter the ant needs to go all the way around the outside. Peter, perimeter, Peter, perimeter, Peter, perimeter, Peter the ant around the outside. All right. So that's how we remember that perimeter has to do with the outside. You think about perimeter, Peter, perimeter, Peter, perimeter, Peter. That's going to play in your head when you're writing your test and your exam. You're going to be thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, Teacher Christy was so annoying about this. What was that ant called? Oh yeah, Peter. Peter the ant, Peter the ant, Peter the ant can't drown. They've got to go around the outside. All right, don't forget. So that's my Peter the ant story. Okay, let's go back. All right, so today, because you guys are in grade 9, all right, I am not going to take you through all the different shapes and what the shapes look like and what is a square and, right? I'm not here for that, okay? What we're going to look at is we're going to make a nice little table together, okay? And we're going to talk about the formulas, all right? Now, what you could do in a later stage is you could make this table a little bit bigger and you could include a column that says area as well. So we're going to go through a whole lot of different shapes that you would need the formulas for, but I would also include another column on this, and I would put area in there. So when you're doing area or teach a cat at a later stage, you can go and you can fill in the area formulas as well. And then what I would do is I would take this piece of paper that has all my formulas for perimeter and area, and I would stick it up on the wall. All right, I would stick it up on the wall in my bedroom where I wake up and I see it every single day. It's the first thing I look at. I would see the formulas, or back of the toilet door. All right, so when I go to the bathroom, that's what I see every single time, or on the mirror where I brush my teeth, somewhere where you're going to look at it every single day, all the time. All right, that's where you're going to stick this piece of paper. Here we go. So the first shape we're looking at here is a parallelogram. I know you guys have looked at parallelograms for a teacher cat. I'm sure that you guys have spoken about parallelograms. I'm sure you've looked at them in geometry, but let's look at a parallelogram. So in a parallelogram, if I'm looking at the sides of a parallelogram, it's fair to say that this bottom part of a parallelogram we can call the base, or we can call it the length or the base or whatever we want to call it, okay? And this top part, the sloping part, we normally call the height. Okay, so we call it the base and we call the sloping part the height. Some teachers call it the length as well. That's okay. That's not a problem. If they want to call it that, they can call it that. It's not a train smash, but we normally call it the height. All right. So if I'm looking, okay, at the perimeter, P to the ant, perimeter, P to the ant, P to the ant, P to the ant, P to the ant, perimeter, P to the ant. Okay, it means that in order for P to the ant to get from one side of the shape to the other side of the shape, guys, what he's got to do is P for perimeter and P to the ant. All right. If we had to put a dot over here, he would walk past a height plus a base plus a height plus a base to get to the other side. All right. So that's one way you can write it. There is nothing wrong with writing it that way. You will still get your marks if you write it that way. All right. Another way to write it is you can say 2 heights plus 2 bases. Okay. So that's another way to write it. So 2 heights plus 2 bases. All right. And the final way that you can write it is you can take out a common factor there and you can say 2 heights plus bases. All right, so there is your formula for a parallelogram. Okay, my next one is the square. The square is super easy. You guys have been doing the square since you were in grade. I know you've been doing it since grade 7 because I did this one with the grade 7s the other night. So we know that in a square, normally we call the length of the square a side, a side, and a side, and a side. Again, some teachers call it length and breadth, and that's fine. You can call it that as well. It's not a train smash. Whatever you called it when you first learned about it, that's fine. But most of the time we call it sides, all right? So for this one, we can say perimeter equals, and again, you can go side plus side plus side plus side. Or you can say the perimeter is equal to 4 sides. Whichever one you want to do, they're both the same. It means the same thing, 4 sides. All right. Okay. Looking at my rectangle. So my rectangle, I've got a length, I've got a breadth. I know that this is equal to this, and this is equal to this. So I'm going to go say perimeter equals length plus breadth plus length plus breadth. All right, now you guys are getting it. Awesome, cool. Or I'm going to go say 2 lengths plus 2 breadths. Okay. Or, exactly, I can take out the 2 and I've got length plus breadth. Well done, guys. Okay, really useful to have this table, again, somewhere where you can see it. And I would suggest, all right, I would suggest put a column, another column in so you can have area and you can have area formulas there as well. Even if Teacher Cat doesn't get to it on Thursday, you can go and find the formula for the areas and you can have it all on one nice table as well. All right. Okay. The rhombus. Oh, this rhombus, shame. I always call the rhombus the bullied square. He's like a bullied square. He's being pushed over. Okay. All right. So a rhombus is like a bullied square, right? Because these are also all sides here. So for a rhombus, the perimeter is still equal to 4 sides. Some teachers also like to call the one it's a side and then they call it like a height side. I don't know. They do weird things. They're all equal. All the sides are equal. 4 sides, same. Same. Okay. Same. Guys, I see a few people in the chat keep giving us the formulas for the area. Be careful. We're not doing area. We're doing perimeter. Peter the ant. Okay? Peter the ant. If we were doing area, we'd be looking at the inside. Because when you're looking at area, you're looking at the inside. What happens if Peter the ant had to go inside that pool of water? You told me in the beginning. He would drown. All right. We're not looking at per area, guys. Be careful. We're looking at perimeter. Be careful. All right. We're looking at perimeter. Okay, a peaceful death. Oh my goodness. Oh, poor ant. All right. Okay. Oh dear. Sorry, guys. So we've looked at rhombus. I promise I will bring this back up so you can see it all on one page and you can screenshot it all together as well at the end. All right. A triangle. Now, triangles are a little bit tricky because it depends on what kind of triangle it is. You can have a scalene triangle where all the sides are different. You can have an isosceles triangle where 2 sides are the same and the one side's not. You can have a right angle so triangles are kind of different to put the perimeter, you know what I mean, to put the formula for perimeter. So what I like to do for perimeter for a triangle is I like to say side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. So to calculate the perimeter of a triangle, it's side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. Oh, I like that as well. A plus B plus C. You could do that too. That's also fine. All right. But side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. And I'm going to call this one side 1, side 2, and side 3 there for you. Right, we are doing super well. Well done, guys. Okay. By the time we get to practicing these questions, we're going to have the formulas down. All right. Why is it important while we're busy? Why is it so important to know the formulas or to have the formula there? It's really important because, especially in grade 9, you actually get a mark for writing the formula down. Okay, so in lots of questions in grade 9, they actually give you a mark for writing the formula. So we'll have a look at it just now and I'll show you how they actually give you marks when you're doing these questions. But knowing the formula and putting the formula down is really important. Okay, so for those of you who might be a little bit late, we're making a nice table together, a summary of all our formulas for perimeter. That's what we're busy doing. Okay, I am going to share a full screen just now with all the formulas we've done, and you can take a screenshot if you were a little bit late as well. All right. The last shape I have here tonight is a circle. Now, Teacher Cat is going to do circles with you in a whole separate lesson, guys, but I wanted to have it here tonight so that you've got it in your table because I think it's important that the table's complete. And because I'm teaching you tonight, I wanted to make sure that I gave it to you so you've got it written here. All right. So here is my circle. Okay. In my circle, though, all right, perimeter, it's not actually called the perimeter though, all right? It's called something different, All right, tell me what it's called. What's it called, the outside of the circle? What's that called? What's that called? Good, it's called a circumference. Well done, thank you. The outside of a circle is actually called the circumference. All right, so for a circle, it's not really called the perimeter, it's called the circumference, but I like to put it on my table anyway so that we remember it. Okay, so for a circle, all right, circumference is equal to pi, so that nice little pi shape on your calculator, times by d. So d stands for diameter, that's the long one. Diameter goes from the edge through the center to the edge, or you can say circumference equals pi times by 2 radii. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm hoping that your tables look a bit beautiful. I see a few little people that are still drawing a little bit. All right, I'm going to bring the table down a little bit for those people who might have been a bit late. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the whole table with you in case you want to take a nice screenshot of it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a screenshot. So if you missed any of it, there it is, so that it's full on the screen for you, so that you can take a screenshot, guys, just in case you didn't get any of them down. Go ahead and take a screenshot. Right. Chi-Chi, do you have a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Chi-Chi, how are you?
I'm fine, ma'am.
I'm good. How can I help?
Ma'am, I think you missed like it's either if we're gonna go on or not, but then you missed like a kite and a trapezium.
So, Chichi, I agree with you. A kite and a trapezium, yeah. So a kite, yeah, it's all the sides added, and a trapezium, it's all the sides added. I just wanted to do like a nice summary of these ones, but yeah, put them in there as well.
Oh.
Awesome. I agree with Chi-Chi. You can also put them in there. Thanks, Chi-Chi. Awesome. Thank you. So I agree with Chi-Chi. You can also have a kite and a trapezium, and you guys are welcome to add as many shapes onto that table as you want. I just wanted to put these nice basic ones for you guys. These are the ones that we see all the time when we're doing like more complicated shapes. So that's all. Awesome. Makes sense, Chi-Chi. I unmuted you. You can unmute. Okay, cool. All right. Or kind of. Okay, cool. Thanks,
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi.
Does make sense.
Okay,
You're welcome,
cool.
ma'am.
I'm loving all the pink. It looks beautiful. Love all the pink. Looks lovely. All right, guys, let us do some practice now on this. So now we've looked at all the formulas, which is really important. Let's go and apply those formulas now to some questions. Okay, so the question says, calculate the perimeter of the following. All right, they've given us two different shapes there. I'm going to remind you, perimeter, Peter, perimeter, Peter, perimeter, Peter. Peter the ant, perimeter, Peter, perimeter, Peter. I want to know what the shape is on the outside, okay? So 3.1.1, 3.1.2, I'm giving you a few seconds, not a few seconds, apologies. I am giving you 3 minutes to do both questions, okay? If you don't get both done in 3 minutes, don't panic. It's going to be okay, all right? Go have a look at those two questions, all right? And then we're going to look at them together. Okay, so you are calculating the perimeter. So this is where it comes useful that you've got your pencil and your paper and you are doing the work, please, that you are doing the work. Remember, formula, substitute your figures, do the answer. Okay, 2 more minutes to go try it by yourself first. It's always good to try it first, guys. Even if you get it wrong, it is okay to get it wrong because then you won't get it wrong the next time. Okay, so try it first, please. Right, use the table we just did. Go use the table we just did. All right. Thank you, Teacher Simone, for answering this question about the district paper. I completely agree with what Teacher Simone said. It does depend on your school, and yeah, others do use internal papers. So guys, it also depends on your province. So I know some provinces insist that you have to write the district paper. Yes, so all provinces in that schools in that province do, and in some provinces they don't. Some schools write their own paper. Okay, but I'm sure that when you do your maths boot camp, you can ask Teacher Kat about that as well. Even if it's not a district paper, your exam paper in the final will still be set according to the same level, so the same difficulty, all right, as the final paper. So just so that you know that, I saw the question in the chat, I just want to let you know, please don't forget, even if you're not writing the district paper, the exam papers all get set to the same standard, the same level, so the questions are all the same difficulty, okay? Right, okay, so that was 3 minutes. That went super fast. I cannot believe how quickly these math lessons go, especially with the grade 9s. I think because the grade 9s are such a nice class to teach, Teacher Simone. Hey, they're such nice students. All right, guys. Oh dear, my goodness. What is happening here? Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so I want to just go and get this question. Oh my goodness, my page is doing all sorts of weird things tonight. All right. Okay, like I was saying, and Teacher Simone agreed, you guys are fantastic students. You participate so nicely. So let's get going and let's do the question. Okay. All right. If it's a bit small on your screen at the moment, don't stress. I'm going to make it bigger now. I just want to make sure that I get the question down. So we have a rectangle. Sorry, 3.1.1. It is a rectangle, just like somebody said just now. I'm going to show you how you write this out to get maximum marks, guys. So 3.1.1, it's always important to label your question really properly first. I know I'm doing perimeter. And for the rectangle, if I had to go back and choose one of those formulas for the rectangle, I'm going to use this one. Perimeter equals 2 lengths plus 2 breadths. Okay, so perimeter equals 2 lengths plus 2 breadths. So that is the formula that I would use. All right, it's really important to write your formula out. That's how you're going to get marks. Okay, so in that drawing, it doesn't really matter which one you stick as your length and which one you put as your breadth, as long as you pick one each, all right? I'm going to say that my length was 10, 5 plus 2 open brackets, and say my breadth was 6. Now, guys, I'm trusting you here, and maybe my brain, maybe I can do it on my brain, let's see. All right, because my calculator got left behind at school today, so let's go see. 2 times 10.5 gives me 21, plus 2 times 6 gives me 12, and 21 plus 12 gives me 33. 33 centimeters. Let me know if I'm right. Let me know if I'm right, if my brain did it correctly, please. Anyone? Anyone want to tell me that I'm right? Yeah, thank you in the chat. Well done. Thanks, guys. Okay, now, where do we get marks here? Where would we get marks? Right, you would get a mark for writing the formula. Okay, this is what's known as an accuracy mark. All right, it's what's known as an accuracy mark. So a mark for the formula. All right, then you would get a mark for the substitution. Okay, so a mark for the an accuracy mark, a mark for the substitution, all right? And this mark, guys, would be what we call a method mark. So depending what formula you went and wrote, all right, when you substitute it in, as long as you substitute it into your formula, you would get the mark, all right? And finally, a mark for the answer. Okay. Navuyo, you didn't do the same way, but you got the right answer. Maybe you used a different formula. Maybe you used 2 open brackets, length plus breadth, or maybe you use length plus breadth plus length plus breadth. Of course, you'll get the same answer. All good. All right. Okay, the second question I had up there was 3.1.2. 3.1.2. So you would have had perimeter equals. I'm going to use a different formula this time. So I'm going to, oh, wait, I'm not going to use, I've got a parallelogram. What am I saying, guys? I'm losing my mind. So I've got a parallelogram. I really hope that they didn't trick you here. I'm going to go back to this kind of display just to show you. Actually, let's go back to this. All right, let's go look at this parallelogram. P to the ant, outside. P, outside. P, perimeter. P, outside. P to the ant, outside. Perimeter, outside. Be careful. Why am I saying that so many times? Because P to the ant wants to walk on the outside. Do I care about the 7 centimeters? No. Why did they put the 7 centimeters there? What did they do that for? You guys all tell us all the time. You tell us teachers all the time. The teachers just want to trick you, don't they? You guys say it all the time. I cannot tell you how many times I've been told that by students. Ma'am, you just want to trick us. Ma'am, you just want to trick us. All right. Okay. I want to know what the perimeter is. That 7 centimeters means nothing to me unless I'm doing the area, and we're not doing the area. So that 7 centimeters means nothing. I want to know what the space is around the outside. So be careful, guys. Don't let them trick you. Okay. All right. So I'm calculating the perimeter. This is a parallelogram. We said earlier on for parallelogram, we can say 2 open brackets, length plus height. So 2 open brackets. I'm going to say the length was 11 plus the height was 9. And so I get 40 centimeters. Why not centimeters squared? Why is it just centimeters? Why is it not 40 centimeters squared? You can tell me. Why not centimeters squared? Why not? Why not? Because it is perimeter. Good. We only use centimeters squared when it's area. Well done, guys. All right, marks again. Are you ready? 1 mark, accuracy for formula. 1 mark for using the accurate formula. 1 mark, a method mark for substituting into the formula, and 1 mark for your answer. 3 marks for nothing. 3 marks for nothing. Right. Chi-Chi, what's your question while we go back to the next questions? Talk to me.
Like you see, like when you're calculating the rectangle, is it always going to be 2?
It's always going to be 2. So 2 lengths and 2 breadths. Yes.
So it's always 2.
It's always 2 because there's always 2 lengths and there's always 2 breadths. That's it. Nice question,
okay,
though.
because my math teacher is tricking us right now. He's replacing the 2 with other numbers.
Ah, I don't see why. Okay. Thanks, Chi-Chi. See, I told you. Somebody always tells me I'm math teacher. My math teacher's tricking me. I told you. I know. Okay. All right, guys. Let's have a look. So somebody's saying to me, is it fine if you use the method, if you use the one for the parallelogram? Yes, guys. You can use that formula that we just used, 2 length plus breadth. You can use that for the rectangle as well. That's perfectly fine. You will get the same answer. Okay. I want to move down a little bit, all right? I do have some more questions on these nice, easy ones, but I want to move down to a little bit of some more tricky ones. So those are all nice, really easy ones. Let's go and have a look. Well, these are also nice, easy ones. Let's have a look at these triangles quickly. I'm going to give you, I want you to do the first 2 for me. So don't worry about the third one. Focus on the first 2 for me, 2.1.1 and 2.1.2. You are due. Is there a side missing? Oh no, my goodness. The whole screen disappeared. Oh my word. Let's go back. Let's go back. I think there might be a side missing. Let's see. I think there is. All right. Not this one. I'm going to cross them out. 2.1.1 and 2.1.3. I want you guys to go calculate the perimeter of those for me. I'm giving you 2 minutes. I know, it's such a short time. Oh my goodness, ma'am, so much pressure. No, it's not too much pressure. You guys have got this. Okay, you got this. 2 minutes. Go have a try. Okay, I will put the answers up for the previous one when I go answer these ones, I promise. Okay, 2 minutes. Go give it a try. 1 minute left. One minute left. All right. Okay, you might still be busy, guys. That's fine. I just want to make sure we get through as many as we can so that you get loads and loads of practice. So if you're still busy, don't stress. It's okay. All right. I'm not trying to rush you, I promise. I just want to make sure that we've got a whole lot of questions for tonight. So for my first one, I've got this triangle and I've got 9, 12, 15, and there's 7,2. Why is the 7,2 in there? Why is the 7,2 in there? Tell me. Why is the 7,2 in there? For the area. Good. Well done. The 7,2 is in there for the area. We're not doing the area. We are doing the perimeter. So we're not worried about the 7,2. We're going to go say. Oh dear. All right. For 2.1.1. Perimeter equals side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. Okay. Now, my memory is shocking. Shocking, shocking, shocking. Who can give me the sides? Oh, Chi-Chi wants to help me. Thank you, Chi-Chi, the only one who's speaking to me tonight. Chi-Chi, help me out. What are the sides?
I've been raising up my hand forever.
Oh, I'm sorry. Give me the sides. What are they equal to?
So what I realized is that I calculated it wrong the first time, but then I saw like the 1/2. Like I'm actually looking at my workbook, my school workbook right now. So
don't look at that. Look at my stuff.
Okay, so what I did is that I added the centimeters. It was 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters plus 12 centimeters plus 15 centimeters.
Amazing. And what did you get, Chi-Chi?
Which gave me 36.
Well done. Chi-Chi, you're a rock star. Thank you for being brave and for speaking. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Thanks, Chi-Chi. Thanks. All right, Chi-Chi is absolutely right. Chi-Chi got 36. Okay, 2.1 points and it's 3. Okay, perimeter equals, it's a triangle as well. Side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. All right, let's go back here. There's my triangle. So I've got 4,5 plus 7,5 plus 6. Okay? So 4,5 plus 7,5 plus 6. All right, I add those together. Oh my goodness, Navuyo, somebody else wants to help me. Yay. Navuyo, hi.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, Navuyo, help me out. What do you get when you add those together?
18.
18. Now, Navuyo, don't go anywhere because you're going to help me show everybody how we mark this. So, Navuyo, where would the first mark go?
For the formula.
Well done. First mark for formula, and it's accurate formula, hey? Where would the second mark go?
The substitutions.
Well done. Substituting in. Okay, and that's a method mark. So substituting in using that formula. And the final mark is for?
The answer.
The answer. Well done. 3 easy marks. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
And somebody's saying to me that it's millimeters. So I think I got it wrong there. So millimeters. Thanks, Nabuya, for your help.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well done, guys. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to skip the circles for tonight because Teacher Kat is going to do circles with you guys. I want to have a look at some weird shapes. So, okay, we have 6 minutes left together. We have 6 minutes left together. So we're going to go have a look at some weird shapes. Oh my goodness, I see some people shaking their heads. Some people are like, no, ma'am, no, no. Okay, guys, you can do this. You can do this. I'm going to help you out with the first one. Okay, here we go. I'm going to help you out with the first one. Let's have a look. All right. So in the first one, I've got this weird shape. Okay, I've got this weird shape, right? If I'm looking at it, I've got Peter the Ant, hey? So what I do when I've got a weird shape is I go use Peter the Ant to help me out here. All right, I'm going to make Peter the Ant red in this case so you guys can see him. So I'm starting out over here. So Peter the Ant has got to walk from there all the way down to there. Do I have a measurement for that space, for that top part to that bottom part? Do I have a measurement? Yes, I do. Okay, so that one I'm cool with. That one I can go say, all right, well, perimeter is going to be equal to 15 because I know that one. All right. Plus. So just going to give myself a little bit more space here quickly to write on. Let's do that. Okay, so 15 plus. Now, Peter's going to walk from that point to that point. So he's got to walk all the way along here. Do we have a measurement for that space there? Yes, we do. It's 20 plus. Now, Peter's got to walk from that point to this point. There is a measurement that is missing here. You see it? We're missing a measurement. Okay. However, can we go and work out what that measurement actually is? Well, for this whole line over here, the line was equal to 15. Okay, for the whole line, the line was equal to 15. All right, so that means on this side, the whole line will be equal to 15. From this point, the top, to this point, they're telling us that this part of the line equals 7 centimeters. So how do I work out the bottom part? I'm going to say 15 minus 7. And 15 minus 7 is going to give me 8 centimeters. I like working in color. I think color just helps. All right. I think color really helps, guys. But if you don't like working color, that's fine. Use a pencil. Use something to draw it out for yourself. Okay. Now Peter's going to walk from that point to that point. Oh, so we've got to put 8 here. Apologies. Plus. When he walks from that point to that point, he goes over 9. He's going to walk from that point to that point. And that's going to be 7. And finally, he needs to walk from there to there. And what's the problem again? We're missing a side, hey? All right. So what do we know? We know that on the bottom, the total is equal to 20. This one was equal to 9. Okay, so in total, it's equal to 20 on the bottom. That one's equal to 9. So how do we get that part there? Even though it might not look like it, what's he equal to? 20 minus 9 gives me 11. Good. 20 minus 9 gives me 11 meters. Okay. So I need somebody to go use their calculator for me. Go add that up. I've got one person telling me what it is. I need at least 3 people who tell me what the answer is when I add that up. 3 people. That's 2 people now. One more person. Okay, Kamo was asking me, where did I get 8? I got 8 by saying 15. There's the 15 minus the 7. Hey, so that's how we got 8. All right, 70 meters. Well done, guys. Well done, grade 9s. Amazing. Amazing. That wasn't so bad. It wasn't as bad as what you thought. Okay, wasn't as bad as what you thought. All right. Okay, I think we have time for one more. We have time for one more. Miss Simone, what do you think? Do you think we have time for one more? Okay.
I was speaking to myself. I was muted. I do. I think they're so smart. They'll get it done in 2 minutes.
All right. Miss Simone is right. You guys are super smart. We have time for one more. Okay, we're going to go do one more together, guys. We're going to do one more together. So here we go. Here is 2.1.3. Here we go. All right. Last one we're going to do together. So we're going to start with the big side on the bottom. We're going to draw a dot. Right. The perimeter equals. We're going from this side to that side. So 28 plus that side to that side. 12 plus that side to that side. 5 plus. Oh my goodness, we are missing our first side. No need to stress out because here it is over here, and that is equal to that. So 6,3 plus that side to that side, 7 plus that side to this side, 6,3 plus, now we've hit our first issue. We've hit our first little issue. Our first little issue is this one over here. Well, not really, because on the bottom, we've got 28. So there's the 28. So if we take 28 and we subtract 5, that gives us 23. And then we subtract 7. 23 minus 7 gives us 16. All right, so plus 16 plus what's left to get, this last one over here, and the last one is 12. Equals. Somebody saying, there we go, ma'am, why did you write 16,3? So I didn't write 16,3. I've got 6,3, and I got 6,3 from here. There we go. Hope that helps and makes sense. Okay, somebody add it up for us. Who's adding up for us? Okay, I've got one person giving me an answer, 2 people. Good. 92,6. Well done, guys. All right. Thank you so much, grade 9s. That was such a fantastic lesson. I am so proud of you guys. You did really, really well tonight. Miss Simone is going to give you the poll for tonight. So please make sure you answer the poll. Guys, some people are still asking me, how did I get 6,3? I got 6,3 because that 6,3 is equal to that 6,3. It's the same height. So that's where I got the 6,3 from. Guys, I will see you, hope, maybe on Thursday, but probably Miss Cat will be back on Thursday. Otherwise, have a really great evening. Good luck for your exams. All right, I see that we do have a question. I'm going to answer that. Chi-Chi, what is your question?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Like, I don't think you understood what I meant because, like, thereby P equals 28 plus 12 plus 5 plus 6,3. I know where we got the 6,3 from because I see it on the diagram, but then you wrote it again by plus 7 plus 6,3.
Okay, cool. So here it is over here. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to highlight all the ones I added. You ready? So there's my 28. There's my 12. There's my 5. There's my 6,3. There's my 7. Here's my 6,3. You see them?
Yes, ma'am.
So there's two 6,3s. There's my 16
Oh, so you
and there's
got
my
them
12.
So you got them from like I'm calculating the perimeter by 7 and 5.
That's
somewhere
it.
there.
That's it.
Okay.
Well done.